Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 25 books that are right here that I want to read in 2025. They're all books that I already own because I spent so much money this year on books and evidently didn't get through them all. So I wanted to challenge myself this year to try and get through as much as I can of these. Well, this isn't even all of them. I still own a lot more books I've not read. But I want to try and get through them before buying any more books. Just because I'm skint, number one, and it's just silly to keep buying loads when I'm not even getting through them. I'm not gonna tell myself that I can't buy any because, you know, sometimes a new release will come out or a book that I really, really want to read and I know I will buy it and that's okay. I'm not gonna be angry at myself for that, but these I want to get through. So, they're not in any order or anything like that. I'm just sort of pulling them out. Okay, so first one is Tipping the Velvet by Sarah Waters. I've just realised it's going to be kind of difficult for me to actually describe all these novels. I've not read them yet, but just I'll give a very brief description of what I understand they're about, but might not be too on point because I've not read them. This is a historical queer romance, I believe. I'm always drawn in by the covers on her novels because I think they're so like pretty and just like really cool. That's predominantly why I picked this up, and I just heard it's a really good book. It's quite a long one. Saying that, it's not that long. It's just under 500 pages, but yeah, I'm quite excited to read this one. See, those are all the covers. Yeah, so cool. Oyster Girl turned music hall star turned rent boy turned East End Tom. But yeah, I'm just excited for the historical aspect of this and that it's queer. I do love queer fiction. So yeah, that's number one that I want to read. Some of these I've actually like started reading, so I'm like 10 pages through or something, but then I've not continued reading. So this is one of them. This is Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night a Traveller. Again, super cool cover. I do judge books by their covers and I'm not gonna apologise for that because covers are important in my opinion, and this one's cool. This book, I think I got like, I got like 50 pages in, so I've read a decent amount of it. It's like if Inception was a book. It's just like, there's so much going on and so many different perspectives, and it's like, basically the premise is this man buys a book and he's reading it and he gets to a specific page, you know, and it's getting good, the book is, and then it switches to another novel, so he assumes there's like a printing mistake, so he goes back to the bookstore and they're like, oh yeah, we've had this issue with a few people, it's this novel, you know, we'll give you your money back, whatever. And then he goes to read that novel and he has the same issue, or no, it's a completely different novel, I think, and it's basically he's like trying to track down this book and he meets other people along the way. And just the way that it's written, it's very like, it's just super confusing, but it's done really well and like amazing writing. I've never read Calvino's stuff before, and this one's really good, so I'm excited to actually finish this because I don't know why I picked it up and didn't finish it. Sometimes I just do that. I obviously picked something else up around that time and read that one instead, but yeah, super excited for that one. Next one is Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay, that's it. This again, I think I got like a few pages in, but it just wasn't quite what I wanted to read at the time because I read quite a few similar things. But this one is supposed to be super good as well. Sorry, my guinea pig just did a really big yawn and it's very cute. Hi baby. I don't know if you can see them in the background. This is about three girls that go missing. I think it's three girls. Yeah, they go missing at Hanging Rock, and I think the way it's written, it's quite like, it's very sunny, like blistering heat, and like, I don't know if it'll be like Bonjour Tristesse kind of vibe, the way it's written, but, so I'm super excited for that, and just also because like, I do love a good mystery. I like when people go missing. That's always fun. So yeah. This is Girls Against God by Jenny Vol. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I read and really enjoyed Paradise Rot. That's like one of my favourite novels I've read in 2024, sorry. Really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, so there's like witches and a lot on like religion, strict white Christian values in this town, and I assume she like kind of goes over to the dark side, but I'm not actually too sure, and I don't want to search too much about this one because sometimes I just want to go into a book like blind and not know what I'm expecting. So yeah, this one, love the cover of this. My partner hates it because it creeps him out, but I like it. Okay, this one, again, I really don't know much about this one either. This is If Only by Vigdis. I don't know how to say the name, but all I know about this one is that it's a Norwegian novel. And I tend to really like Norwegian authors. I've realised that with like other books I've read, like I do kind of tend to lean towards Norwegian novels, and I wonder if that's like a way that they write specifically or like a cultural thing, but yeah, I like them. I think it's like quite an obsessive romance book. I asked a co-worker if she could point out some like good books on obsessive relationships, because at the time I was trying to write a novel where there was an obsessive relationship and I just wanted more material to sort of go off. So that's kind of all I know about this one. I think it's a married woman. Yeah, it's a love affair, I think between two married people, or at least one married person. So I'm excited to read that just because I really do like kind of obsessive relationships and stuff in literature. She also has another book, I think it's called Vladimir. That one I've heard some good stuff about, so I'll probably want to read that as well this year. The next book is The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. I'm not too sure how to say his surname. This book I've heard quite a bit about, really highly rated on Goodreads. It is in Oprah's book club, if that means anything. I'm not sure, I've never watched Oprah, but it's a historical fiction, and I think it's about a 12-year-old girl, yeah, who's sent by boat to her wedding, where she'll meet her 40-year-old husband. So it's full of joy and triumph, as well as hardship, loss, her faith, and love, the only constants. But I just wanted to read like a thick book. This one's about 700 pages, over 700 pages. And I just wanted something to get like stuck into, because I find like, I tend to read a lot of shorter books that are like 250, 300 pages, but I don't get as stuck in as I do with like big novels, because for instance, I'm reading A Little Life at the moment, and I'm enjoying how slow it is because you really get attached to the characters, and I just wanted something else like that. So I will read this at some point, but I have been putting it off for ages just because it is so long, and I'm not too good at that. Hello, Papa. You want to say hello? Come here, puppy. Go. Oh, you want to say? Oh, okay. Sorry. The next is The Mustache by Emmanuel Carrère. I'm not going to say that in French accent. And this one I actually did start reading. I'm probably like 32 pages through. And I really like the idea of this. I don't know if I'll enjoy like the execution, because I did find the first 30 pages like a little bit repetitive, but I'm assuming it's going to get better. It's about a man who has a mustache, and he jokes with his wife one morning about shaving it off, and she ends up going downstairs to do something, and he thinks, hello, he thinks, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I shave a moustache off and see what the reaction is, because he's had this moustache for so long. Anyway, he shaves it, and then his wife comes back up and has no reaction at all, and he's like waiting for her to say something. He's like, this is weird, like why is she not saying anything? So he thinks, okay, she's joking, like I'll go along with it, whatever. And then he gets like more and more pissed off, because he's like, like I know it's not a big deal, but it's different, so like why is she not mentioning it? And then my bunny is pulling down cushions. What are you doing? And then they go and see some friends, and they don't mention it either, and he's like, oh, she got them in on the joke, like this is weird, they're just taking it too far now, whatever. And then he mentions it, and she's like, what do you mean, you've never had a moustache? And that's where I left it off. So I'm really curious to see like where it goes, and like just what this is about, because yeah, strange. I'm excited to see where that goes. So that's that one. Next we've got Vona by Ottessa Mossberg. I read My Year of Rest and Relaxation and Eileen this year. I really enjoyed Eileen. I enjoyed both of them, but I think Eileen a little bit more. And I've heard this one's super weird, so I'm excited to give this a go. It's like in a medieval village, and I don't know too much else about it, but I wonder if it's like quite different to her other books, just because like the medieval setting, you know, her other books are very like modern, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Next I've got Bellies by Nicola Dinan. All I know about this, so my colleague said this one was really good. I've had a few people recommend this to me, and I think it's two men who are in a relationship, and then yeah, one of them, I think if I'm correct, becomes trans, and it's like how they navigate that in their relationship. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually true or if I'm making that up. Next I've got Self-Help by Laurie Moore. This one I've seen on a few people I follow on Goodreads have like given this 5 stars. I think Big Book Lady on YouTube, she really enjoyed this, so I thought I'd pick this one up. I think it's just like, yeah, an idiosyncratic guide to female existence. Stories on modern America are at its most real, with characters sharing thoughts and experiences they could have borrowed from our own lives. So yeah, just like a kind of non-fiction, I assume it's non-fiction. Is it not? Well, either way, I'm excited for this. Interesting. That's like changed my perspective on what this is gonna be, because I assumed it was like just like a self-help, I mean, as it says, kind of non-fiction, but maybe it's not. That's exciting. Okay, next I've got Brutes by Diz Tate. This is one I've been wanting to read for so long, and I managed to pick it up. It's about, from what I know, about a group of 13-year-old girls who are quite obsessed with this older girl in their town, a preacher's daughter, and the preacher's daughter goes missing, so these girls are trying to uncover what's happened and where she is, and in doing so they uncover a bunch of other things about the town. And on Goodreads it says, through a darkly beautiful and brutally compelling lens, Diz Tate captures the violence, horrors and manic joys of girlshood. It's a novel about the seemingly unbreakable bonds and the we of young friendship, and the moment it's broken forever. And the moment it is broken forever. So this sounds like a really good one. And I love the covers, even though I think the UK cover, this one, and the American cover are so beautiful. You can see how obsessed I am with covers in this video. Next, ooh, this one I'm excited for. Ooh. Next we've got Cursed Bread by Sophie McIntosh. This is a French novel, or at least it's definitely set in France. I'm not sure if it's, I don't think it's translated. Is it? Not too sure. It's set in France in the 50s, in spring 1951, and these two people move to this town and meet two others, and it says, sometime later strange things start happening. Horses drop dead in the fields, children grow wild and unbiddable, ghosts are sighted after dark, someone's playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse, but who's the predator and who's the prey? And it's actually set on a real historical event that happened in this French town, I assume in the 50s. So that I'm super excited, just because I've been wanting to know for so long like what actually happens in this, what it's about, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be one that has answers. It says, audacious and mesmerising, Cursed Bread is a darkly erotic mystery about a town gripped by madness, envy like poison in the blood, and desire that burns and consumes. So I think this like whole town went like a bit crazy, and I don't know if they had like, if there was like poisoning through some food or water or something. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, this one sounds super different and interesting because it's got that historical aspect as well, so that super excited for. Ooh, gotta bring this one up. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I'm excited for this just because I've only ever read one other Sally Rooney book, Normal People. I've been told to read the others, and I am going to get to them at some point. And I found Normal People interesting in the sense that like the writing is just not like something I've read before. I don't know if that's in a way that I particularly like really enjoy or not, so I'm excited to read this one just to kind of solidify my opinion on Sally Rooney and her writing. I've heard this one's a bit different. I'm not sure if it's a bit more like secret history-esque kind of vibes, because by like the, you know, the chests and the pictures and stuff, that's telling me possibly it will be. But yeah, big release this year. My other hardback, I guess, is Julia Armfield's Private Rights. No idea what this is about, and I don't want to know, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is Private Rights by Julia Armfield. I've read her other book, Our Wives Under the Sea, and I really enjoyed that, so I thought I'd pick this one up. A lot of the books I've actually bought that I've got here, I either got secondhand or I bought when I was working at Waterstones because I had 50% off. So I got a bit of a collection from there, so like, yeah, this is one of them. It's one of the last books I got actually, because it'd been recommended to me, so yeah, no clue what it's about. This one I bought ages ago. It's Your Love Is Not Good by Joanna Hedberg. I started reading it and got like 20 pages through. This is the theme. I do this with every book apparently. Not too sure about this one either, to be honest. I think the last ones that I'm going to show you I'm not really going to say much about because I've not read them. What else? Ooh, okay, this one I'm excited about. The Imposium, or Imposium? Don't know how to say this. It's a health resort horror story by Olga Tokarczuk. I don't know if I said her name right. I loved Drive Your Plow by Olga. Thought that was amazing. Literally like one of my favourite books of all time. So good. This one is a more horror book, which I am really excited about because I've been wanting to read horror and I think she'd do it super well. I don't care what it's about, I just know it's gonna be great because it's by her and she's an amazing writer. So that one is super exciting. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I've heard mixed stuff about this. I've heard that the first chapter is like amazing, or the first couple chapters, and then it gets a bit boring. It's quite a long book. It's, yeah, over almost 900 pages, so it's gonna be a slog, I think, to get through this one. But I love the secret history, and I really want to read The Little Friend, I think that's what it's called. I really want to read that one. But I've got a copy of this. I got it in like a book swap at a cafe, so it's been sitting on my shelf for ages and I'm daunted because it's so long, but I do really want to get through it this year. I'm trying to get through some longer novels this year just because I know I put it off, but I know I enjoy them when I do read them. So this is one of them. Really enjoyed the first chapter, but from the sounds of it I might not enjoy the rest, who knows, but I think she's a great writer, so we'll have to see, I guess. I've only got 4 left. Have I actually got 25 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 21 books. Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. All I know is that this is about one of the founding fathers of the atomic bomb has left a deadly legacy to humanity. All I know is what I've read in the blurb, and that one of the YouTubers that I really enjoy watching, she rated this 5 stars, so I thought I'd give it a go. I actually got it for my boyfriend for his birthday, but I'm stealing it from him to read it at some point. He did physics, so I knew he'd enjoy something more like sciencey, so whether I'll enjoy this I'm not too sure, but he's supposed to be a great writer, so thought I'd give that one a go. Ooh, this one I'm excited for. The Piano Teacher by, I'm not even going to attempt to say her name, but that. I have read 60 pages of this and oh my god, I found it hard. It was amazing, like amazingly written, really good. I love the cover, by the way, amazing cover. But Jesus Christ, I was struggling. And I'm hoping if I go back to it with like a fresh pair of eyes in a new year that I'll be able to understand it a bit better, because I really want to read it and finish it just because it's so good. I think from what I know, oh shit, yeah, this was really good when I was reading it. Let me just read the blurb to you. Erica Gohut teaches piano at the Vienna Conservatory by day. By night, she trawls the city's porn shows while her mother, whom she loves and hates in equal measure, waits up for her. into this emotional pressure cooker of Brown's music student and ladies' man Walter Clemmer. With Walter as a student, Erica spirals out of control, consumed by the ecstasy of self-destruction, a haunting tale of morbid voyeurism and masochism. Yeah, that sounds like so up my street, but it's a difficult read. There's a lot of like long sentences, and like there's parts that are like in capitals, I'm not sure why, and like it's yeah, it's cool though the way she's written it. I really like how she's just done exactly what she wants with this novel. But the protagonist is I think she's in her 40s, but she has a really strange relationship with her mother. Her mom is really controlling, so that's an interesting one to explore. But yeah, sounds amazing and up my street, and it's really good writing, so I have to finish this one this year. Have to. That one's important to me. Then along the lines of like obsessive relationships again is Acts of Desperation by Megan Nolan. This was another one that was recommended to me by my co-worker when I asked about obsessive relationships. But I think it's about what like people hide in relationships and obsession and lust and so on. So that's another one, kind of along the same lines of a lot of the other books that I've got. And then last but not least of the books I've actually got here, even though it's only the 21st book, sorry, is Trick by Domenico Stanan. I've never heard of anyone talk about this book. I don't know anyone who's read it, and I just picked it up because I thought the cover looked super cool. And I liked the blurb. It's about an illustrator, a grandfather. It says he's been living in a cold northern city for years in virtual solitude, focusing obsessively on his work, when his daughter asked if he would come to Naples for a few days and babysit Mario, his grandson. The first few pages that I read, probably first 20, I won't know, 35 pages that I read were really well written, so I need to give this a go again, because yeah, seems like a good one. And that is all the books that I actually have. I think, yeah, that's only 21 books, which is annoying. I've got a bunch of books back there, and instead of bringing them over and explaining each one to you, I'm just going to give you a few more titles of books that I want to read, because I've already sat here and spoken for a bit too long, and I'm not going to do that anymore. Need to read Babel. I read Yellowface. Wasn't a massive fan of Yellowface. Babel seems a bit more up my street, so I need to read that one. Need to read The Gastronomical Me by M.F.K. Fisher. Great food writer. Started the book, didn't finish it. Walden by Henry David Thoreau. My boyfriend got that for me when we first met a few years ago. Did not understand it a bit, and I need to give it another go. It's all about this man who moves away to the middle of nowhere in the mountains, and he is very self-sufficient and so on, and it's supposed to be a classic, really cool cover, and yeah, I want to give that one a go. Stony Our Devotional, new release. It was a Booker Prize shortlist this year. Need to finish that. Started it, didn't finish it. Got further than 20 pages though, so well, hey. Ooh, Educated by Tara Westover. Need to finish that. That was really good. Started it, didn't finish it, and that one was great. And then here we are. That is either 25 or over 25, so you're very lucky. But yeah, here are all the books next to me. I think the ones that I'm most excited for from all of these are Roots, The Piano Teacher, Private Rights, Girls Against God. Those ones I'm super excited for. I mean, I'm excited for all of these. Oh, and Cursed Bread. Oh, and the rest of them, and all of them, because oh, they're all good. But yes, thank you for listening. Sorry for rambling if I rambled a little bit. I hope, ooh, I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed seeing my guinea pigs in the background whilst I talked. They're all having a little sleep at the moment, so you probably can't really see them, but I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching and listening if you got this far. I love you very much. I'm excited to do another video soon, and And yeah, mwah, bye.